Hello everyone, in this video we showcase all the latest confirmed and the rumors transfer news ahead of summer 2026. Please don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Mohamed Salah, age 33, from Liverpool to Al Nassr, position forward, Luma. Jude Bellingham, age 22, from Real Madrid to Manchester United, position midfielder, Luma. Michael Olise, age 24, from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid, position forward, Luma. Salah, age 25, from Liverpool to Real Madrid, position midfielder, Luma. Paul Diabara, age 32, from Roma to Flamengo FC, position forward, Luma. Casemiro, age 34, from Manchester United to Inter Miami, position midfielder, Luma. Marc Cucurella, age 27, from Chelsea to FC Barcelona, position defender, Luma. Bernardo Silva, age 31, from Manchester City to FC Barcelona, position midfielder, Luma. Christian Kofan, age 19, from Bayern Leverkusen to Arsenal, position forward, Luma. John Stones, age 31, from Manchester City to Everton FC, position defender, Luma. Cole Palmer, age 23, from Chelsea to Manchester United, position midfielder, Luma. Arda Güler, age 21, from Real Madrid to Inter Milan, position midfielder, Luma. Bruno Fernandes, age 31, from Manchester United to Etihad Club, position midfielder, Luma. Fermin Lopez, age 22, from FC Barcelona to Chelsea, position midfielder, Luma. Julian Alvarez, age 26, from Atletico Madrid to Barcelona, position forward, Luma. Mickey van de Ven, age 24, from Tottenham Hotspur to Real Madrid, position defender, Luma. Erling Haaland, age 25, from Manchester City to Real Madrid, position forward, Luma. Harry Kane, age 32, from FC Bayern to FC, position forward, Luma. Eric Garcia, age 25, from FC Barcelona to PSG, position defender, Luma. Sandro Tonali, age 25, from Newcastle United to Chelsea, position midfielder, Luma. Omar Mamouche, age 27, from Manchester City to Tottenham Hotspur, position forward, Luma. Daniel Munoz, age 29, from Crystal Palace to FC Barcelona, position defender, Luma. Ibrahim Konate, age 26, from Liverpool to Real Madrid, position defender, Luma. Adam Hatton, age 22, from Crystal Palace to Manchester United, position midfielder, Luma. Harry Maguire, age 33, from Manchester United to Al Nassr, position defender, Luma. Mike Maignan, age 30, from AC Milan to Chelsea, position goalkeeper, Luma. Granit Xhaka, age 33, from Sunderland to Juventus, position midfielder, Luma. Eta Eyong, age 22, from Levante to FC Barcelona, position midfielder, Luma. Cardoso Varela, age 17, from Dynamo Zagreb to FC Barcelona, position forward, Luma. Ashraf Hakimi, age 27, from PSG to Real Madrid, position defender, Luma. Trent Alexander-Arnold, age 27, from Real Madrid to FC Barcelona, position defender, Luma. Antonio Rudiger, age 33, from Real Madrid to PSG, position defender, Luma. Nathan Ake, age 31, from Manchester City to Everton FC, position defender, Roma. Vitinha, age 26, from PSG to Arsenal, position midfielder, Luma. Robert Lewandowski, age 37, from FC Barcelona to AC Milan, position forward, Luma. Diogo Dalot, age 27, from Manchester United to Real Madrid, position defender, Luma. Eduardo Camavinga, age 23, from Real Madrid to Liverpool, position midfielder, Luma. Joao Gomez, age 25, from Wolves to Atletico Madrid, position midfielder, Luma. Dusan Vlahovic, age 26, from Juventus to FC Barcelona, position forward, Luma. Arda Güler, age 21, from Real Madrid to Arsenal, position midfielder, Luma. Angelo Stiller, age 24, from Stuttgart to Manchester United, position midfielder, Luma. Victor Valdepenas, age 19, from Real Madrid to Arsenal, position defender, Roma. Chema Andres, ages 20, from Stuttgart to Real Madrid, position midfielder, Luma. Scott McTominay, age 29, from Napoli to Tottenham Hotspur, position midfielder, Luma. Joshua Zirkzee, age 24, from Manchester United to AC Milan, position forward, Luma. Vinicius Jr., ages 25, from Real Madrid to PSG, position forward, Luma. Sandro Tonali, ages 25, from Newcastle United to Juventus, position midfielder, Luma. Ederson, ages 26, from Atalanta to Manchester United, position midfielder, Roma. Fermin Lopez, ages 22, from FC Barcelona to Manchester United, position midfielder, Luma. Kenan Yildiz, ages 20, from Juventus to Arsenal, position forward, Roma. Yan Diomande, ages 19, from RB Leipzig to Manchester United, position forward, Roma.